Yo, what is good, YouTube? We are back with another video. If you guys haven't already, make sure you guys are hitting that like button and that sub button. Nonetheless, today we are going to be getting into how to snipe in NBA 2K23 MyTeam. I make one of these videos every year. I might have made one earlier in the year, but it was just kind of a random video that I think I dropped like 4 or 5 and then quit uploading because 2K just, but it got better. They started dropping cards that I actually like. As you guys can see, team's kind of in a weird spot right now. I don't like this LeBron card, but I didn't want to have Paul George in the starting lineup, so Paul George will be gone, LeBron will be gone. This Rick Smits card will be gone. Chet Holmgren will be back to the 3 off the bench. None of it really matters. But getting into this, so basically, you're going to find, whatever filter you're going to use. Make a decision on a filter. Typically, for start, filters that, you're going to make like 20,000 plus, I'll give like 10 to 20 minutes on that filter. And if I'm not getting at least one good snipe, then I'll move along. Filters that are making you between 0 and like 7,000, well, not 0. If it's making you 0, then obviously. Filters that are making you between like 1,000 and 7,000, I'll give 5 minutes, 10 max, to have at least a couple snipes. Because if you're on one of those filters, then that should be a quantity filter, not a quality. Quality would be making you 20k plus, so you're not going to see as many, but you're gonna make a lot more MT when you do see one. The quantity filters, you're not going to make as much, but the amount of them that you should be seeing should be pretty high, and at that point you're going to be making pretty much close to, if not just a little bit less than what you'd be making on one of the quality filters. So for this video, we're going to do a couple filters, but the first one we're going to do is from the snipe filter video I dropped. If you haven't watched that, make sure you go watch it. It was dropped yesterday. So we're going to go to the interdimensional, and we're going to go to the buyout, obviously on dark matter. There are a couple buyouts here, but we're going to find out which the cheapest. So it's at 99,000. So if I see it's at 99,000, I have to consider the 10% tax. So instantly, they're going to take about 10,000 MT. So on a filter like this, I'm going to go ahead and set my maximum buyout to about 80,000. If I get any of them, either Luka or Tim Thomas, I'm making at least 10,000 MT. Like I said, on this filter, it's going to be more of a quality kind of filter. You're hoping to see one less than 80,000. You want to make like 20k per card. But at 80,000, you're at least going to make something. But the reason why, I know I said with quality filters, I want to be making at least 20k. The reason why we're staying at 80 is because Luka will make me more than 20k at 80. I don't want to go too low because the odds of if I go lower, then the odds of seeing a Luka goes down. I still could see a Tim Thomas. So if you want to just go for Tim Thomas and you want to have a cheaper option, go down and make more MT, go ahead. But I still want a good chance at Luka, so we're going to go ahead and go at 80,000. And then at that point, you're just going to refresh one time. I usually like to just see what the speed looks like there. Usually the second and third time you do it does not work as well. Put your maximum bid to 100k. You can get rid of the minimum buyout. If you don't, it doesn't really matter. Put your minimum or maximum bid to 100k, and every time you refresh, you're going to scroll down and you're just going to tick that down just one. You might be wondering why you're doing this. This actually makes the load screen quicker. I don't know why, just it resetting or just changing part of the actual filter itself for some reason has always sped it up. It's been like this for at least 4 or 5 years. So you're going to go ahead and just keep ticking that down all the way from 100,000. Do it for 20 minutes. As of right now, it is currently 11:01. So if I actually was trying to snipe one of these cards, I'd give it to like 11:20. If I don't see anything by then, that's the point where you switch up a filter. So that is your example for if you're going for a quality filter. If you're going for a quantity filter, that would be something like the dark matter lowest filter, which right now you'll set your maximum buyout to 4,000. What I like to do with these is if I'm not above 50,000 on the maximum buyout, I'll put it to about 10,000 more than what your maximum buyout is. So since I'm under 50,000 on my buyout, I'm going to put my maximum bid to 14,000. This might all sound like just ridiculous talk. I've done this. I've messed with it a lot. I've sniped a lot. I've been doing it for years, and there's just a science behind it. As you see how fast that loaded there, the more you refresh it, the slower it's going to load. This is just kind of not slowing it down as much. As you see, instant refresh there. I mean, instant refresh. Also, it does somewhat come down to your Wi-Fi, but as you can see, I'm getting super quick refreshes. And then once you get down, I got down to 13,800. I'm just going to start flicking my maximum bid back up. So we're going to just keep going back up towards 14. And then once we hit 14, we'll work our way back down to 13,800, 700, anywhere in that range. But the point of this is just that, like I said, it's just one of those things that it doesn't make any sense, but it is factual. I've been messing with these filters a lot. I've been doing a lot of different things, and this is just kind of how it's worked out. If it's under 50K on your maximum buyout, I put it, whatever your maximum buyout is, put it 10,000 above. Put your maximum bid 10,000 above it, and just try to keep it in that range. It can go a little bit lower, it can go a little bit higher, no big deal, but it really speeds it up. And obviously, I mean, it's all a speed thing with sniping. I mean, it comes down to how fast the filter's loading, how fast you are to actually getting to the card. It's just all a speed game. There's going to be a lot of people sitting on most of these filters. That's why, you know, the more unique filters, if you can find some of your own, the ones I put in videos, I usually try to do ones that are just going to have a lot of cards popping up. And, you know, when you have a lot more cards popping up, obviously there's more to go around, but that also means there's more competition on the filter. So keep that in mind. But with that being said, that's pretty much the idea of it. If it's under 50K, put your maximum bid 10,000 above your maximum buyout. Keep it in that range. If you're getting close to 100K, or, you know, you're at like 80, 90K, just put your maximum bid to 100 and just tick that down to until you have to move it back up. Obviously, if your maximum buyout's at 80K, then you're not going to be able to take your maximum bid anything below that. But that's really the name of the game. Sniping is just, it's a patience thing. If you're not ready to do it, and, you know, you don't have a patient mindset going into it, that's going to be really frustrating. There's going to be a lot that you're going to miss. You're going to miss some that, you know, could make you 200,000 MT, and it's going to be really frustrating. But when you get that card that, you know, is selling for 250,000 MT, and you snipe them for you know, 30, 40,000, it feels good. It really does. And it's just, it's unexplainable what it does to your team. I mean, when you have, you know, a 250,000, you know, whatever MT game, you have 100,000 MT gain, a 50,000 MT game, and you don't put any money into it. It's just one of those things that's like, damn, man, you know, now I can, you know, say this was my team. Now I can go sell, well, I can't sell Paul George, but if I could, now I can go sell Paul George for, you know, 50K, and now I have 250,000 MT that I can take over to the invincible market and buy, you know, like 90% of the invincibles are less than that, you know. So it's just one of those things. Like, I can get Emo, I can get Jabari, I can get Walker, I can get Jalen Williams, I can get, you know, a lot of these cards that it just Tatum I've seen end under 250, Kawhi I've seen end under 250. So just one of those things that it's a patience game. I've had a lot of people comment recently about, you know, they've been doing really good on snipes, specifically, I hope at least, with the filters I've been posting, because obviously that's the goal. I'm not really out here in the sniping scene at this point in the year, but it's something I've been messing with all year, and, you know, I do know a lot about it. So if you guys did enjoy this video, or you have anything to add to it, any suggestions, anything that you do differently, comment those down below. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button. Make sure you guys are hitting that sub button, and I'm out.